Did you guys ever have a stuffed animal that you kind of remember having, but then you, Jeff, I don't know if you like remember having a new stuffed animal.
I remember having a
I remember having a stuffed animal.
I'm just so old, I don't remember anything.
No, do you actually? I'm not being rude, but do you actually remember having a stuffed animal? Yeah. I had a stuffed animal that I remember. It was something that I drew. I drew a frog with the giant fucking. I didn't know what frogs' feet looked like, so it's just like this weird like a tentacle, like fucking.
He was a real stuffed animal, but you drew him too.
Yeah, I drew a frog on a green paper with a marker, and my mom or dad cut the thing and filled it with stuffing. So I had my own freaky, deformed-looking, fucking ugly stuffed animal frog. But I had it so much that I eventually lost it in the basement.
They probably went to Michael's Arts and Crafts to make it.
And I came across it one day, and I pulled it out, and I was looking at it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And these fucking small beetles poured out of it.
What?
These like fucking
tiny, it's like a voodoo doll.
These tiny beetles came out.
Like frog did they sacrifice
like one of those
to
things
make
on a cartoon where just like come out. And I lost my shit because I hadn't seen the frog in years. I'm like, oh, it's my frog toy. And I poke it and these fucking bugs like come out and just go all over it. And I fucking remember throwing it and never seeing it again. It's probably still in the basement with like spider eggs and shit.
I had a little bit, kind of a duck with a dress on. Mm-hmm. I just carried that around everywhere. But I was wearing a kind of onesie.
I had a really hard realization recently, very recently, where I was telling you earlier when we were walking the subway, where my childhood was more so toys than anything else.
Yeah.
Like I like video games and I like movies and TV, but I really fucking love toys up until like
still do.
I do. I like toys, right? I don't play with them.
Yeah.
I stopped playing with toys at a late age when I was like 13, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, this is where the story concludes, right?
Yeah.
So I remember having this little Taz from Tasmania.
I had a Tasmania thing.
It was like a little stuffed guy, and I used to play with it so fucking much, right?
Yeah.
One day it just went missing, and I was like, "What the fuck? What the actual fuck? I don't lose my shit, right?" And I literally checked every fucking crevice of the house, right? Mm-hmm. I looked everywhere in my house, everywhere in my grandmother's house, anywhere in the two cars, my mom and dad at the same time, was gone, right? I was actually heartbroken. Then I grew up a bit more and I got this Kinect Man. It was that was my favorite toy of all time, right?
Is that the one you have now?
It's the one I rebought, right?
Yeah.
Because
back when you were 23,
yeah, right. Anyways, I played with this guy as long as I can remember. For fucking years, I played with it, right? And then one day it was gone. I was like, what the fucking goddamn! And I scoured everything again. And then it was just yesterday. I was like, wait a minute. My mom and dad fucking just took it and threw it away because I was playing with the fucking toys that are stupid late age too much.
Oh man, that's sad. I have a story like that.
So fucking mad.
Look, my parents were great parents, but I have a story like that. I was playing the PlayStation 1 like way too much during the school day and stuff, so they only let me have it. So they gave it back to me on Friday for the weekends.
Yeah.
And I had Spyro the Dragon in it, and they took away my PlayStation one Friday, and when I got it back, it was a big fucking chip in the Spyro the Dragon disc, and I was furious at my dad. And then both parents ganged up against me saying it was me, and they were mad at me for breaking the disc. It was them when they fucking moved it, and to this day, I'm like, you fucking assholes.
It wasn't a very good game.
I played it recently, and it did not capture the magic of when I was a kid.
I always needed toys with like something to do.
I had a bear.
You had a bear?
I forgot. I don't even know what happened to it.
What color was it?
Brown.
That's the most generic like teddy bear.
It was just the most generic bear.
It was called teddy bear when you bought it.
My grandmother gave it to me, and I just hung on to it.
What were you guys' most like memorable toys?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where you put the pizza in the thing and you press the button and it fires out. Or I had a Tasmania toy.
I had that.
Did you?
Yes.
That's awesome.
It was like a vehicle. You stick it in and it shoots
and
pizza.
It shoots it out. And then I had a Tasmania Devil toy where you spin it around and then he does the spin thing.
Is that his toy?
No, it was a different one.
Did you ever go to like the toy shop and buy a toy and then just be horribly disappointed with it? Like,
oh yeah, that happened. That's what toys are when you're a kid. Like you expect this.
The only toys I was never disappointed with were the non-electrical, fully articulated ones where you could bend everything. I love those.
They're like figures. Yeah.
I had a toy. I think I talked about that before. The Ash toy where his hand is always like stuck glued to the right with a Pokeball in it, so you can't make him run or anything. But the one toy I thought was so fucking gay was a Jackie Chan action figure from the animated series where you push down on him, and he does a little kick, and that's all he does. So it was just lame.
Yeah, ones that do one thing, you're like, this is all I can use.
Yeah,
the ones you can use your imagination and do
fucking
whatever.
Idiot.
That's him. I was into Transformers, and I asked my parents for the Constructicons. Like I wanted the whole set.
Yeah,
and I mean that was an expensive toy. I think that came in like a big box, all 5 or 6 Constructicons.
Yeah,
and instead I got the GoBot version. It's like it wasn't it was like GoBot sports cars.
Is GoBot like a ripoff of Transformers?
Yeah.
No, it's actually not a ripoff, but it's lamer.
Yeah, they're like I guess they're lamer, but people think of them as inferior Transformers. Transformers.
Every single
like,
person in the
the
world thinks that they're
GoBots.
just gay.
I don't know what they are. I was never into
models?
They're
Transformers.
literally Transformers, but they're just called GoBots.
You know,
They're
like,
from Japan,
Oh, yeah,
and
no.
they're stupid.
They're like,
I had a Michael Jackson Space Jam toy.
he wasn't even in Space Jam.
Wait, not Michael Jackson. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
He was really. It was
Did he
the
have a big
worst-
stretchy arm?
He had a big, long black arm that you could glue. You could stick a basketball to it.
if we're talking about toys,
Yeah.
I remember at a young age, I didn't know what a model was when I was little.
Yeah.
So I saw this like fucking like fighter jet, and I'm like, that is so fucking cool. That's inside there. And I was little. I didn't I didn't know what models was, and I got it. It costed me like 4 allowances, and when I finally opened it, there's just like all these like fucking pieces connected to like metal piping and shit, and I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Because you don't know, like when you're little, like you don't understand that you're supposed to put it together. To me, I just got a bunch of piping with fucking blocks and shit connected to it, and I was just like, this isn't what was on the picture.
Yeah.
For a long time, I kept on trying to buy model stuff because I didn't realize you had to put models together.
You're an
It was
idiot.
like a fucking puzzle.
Why didn't you learn from the first time?
I thought I just got a
Cory.
bad model or something, and then I saw like a robot. I'm like, that one has to be in it, and I got it and got the same fucking thing.
I remember everything I had.
And also the shitty toy I had was like this fucking like this like ferret on a ball for some reason. It's like a toy you give to a dog.
You
I
ever,
had, like
you ever own a Popple?
a popple.
Yeah, Popples.
Oh yeah, the things you push down and then they pop up.
No.
Fuck is a popple.
It's a stuffed animal that you can turn inside out and it turns into a ball.
Oh,
Whoa.
no.
Popples.
Those look dumb.
I remember I had Constructs because my parents wouldn't buy me Lego.
You have like shitty like 80s toys.
yeah,
that nobody
like the
fucking
shitty
cares
Legos,
about.
yeah.
You have like fucking Legos and
Although I did have the
Poppers, but
G.I.
Legos is
Joes were
cool.
cool, and I had Transformers. My brother was into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I also had He-Man.
I missed out on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I had Light Bright. I had a lot of
I had
Light Bright
Light Bright.
pieces.
That was so dumb because you ran out of black paper, and you're like, I can't use this anymore.
Did you guys have that fad? There was this huge fad for like a few months called yo-yo balls, where they were
Yes!
it was squishy ass like you put a ring on your finger with a squishy string attached and a
There's
squishy
like a
ball at the end.
giant like fucking plastic like heavy
remember
ball.
that.
No, it was all
Possibly.
rubber, but the thing was that they got banned because it wrapped around a kid's neck and he like suffocated and died.
We had one
I
that-
remember that.
Yeah.
We had one that was like actually like plastic and the rope like contracted together, so it actually like the ball was fucking plastic and heavy.
Yo,
What?
Sorry, go ahead. Go
That's what it was. It was like a fucking yo-yo that you went like this, and it flew back so hard your fucking hand hit the wall. So you're like, wee, and you're like,
It's fucking
so
recoil.
you like
Hey.
fuck your like hand up playing with toys.
I had lawn darts. They banned those.
Really?
Oh,
You had fucking
didn't that kill
lawn
someone
darts?
by like
What the
going in their
hell?
head?
It killed her. Very badly injured somebody. But yeah,
It's a lawn dart.
They're
these
fucking
giant
giant
fucking
darts that you throw at the ground.
And like,
you throw them up in the
you
air.
throw them up in the
throw
air,
huge darts.
and
up
it
there.
literally went up in the air and impaled some kid in the head.
This is what I don't
That
understand.
is the stupidest invention.
If you look up these like lists
It's
of like
funny, though.
toys,
It's fun to
who's
use.
these fucking psychos that are putting like sulfur in like bomb kind
Yeah,
of
it's like here,
things?
kids, it's fire in a cup.
Yeah, it's like
don't fucking spill it.
Yeah, it's like here, your own science lab where you can make your own poisonous chemicals. You just follow the
yeah.
instructions.
You can
so
be
they
your
don't
very
fall out
own
of the
mad
I had
scientist.
one. I had a chemistry set.
Was it like the poisonous
Yeah, it's
kind?
like here's your little bottle of sulfuric acid. Have fun.
No, Jeff, you know what you said you were into
fucking
He-Man?
kids are like, Mom,
Yeah.
look."
You know you said you were into He-Man back in the
Yeah,
day?
yeah, yeah.
Those toys run like $700 now.
Jeez.
Well,
If you still have any.
Oh,
I don't.
If we're talking about toys,
They'd probably have to be in pretty mint condition.
Well, a few hundred.
They've remade them though. They're almost identical.
Really?
to
Yeah,
the
yeah, but they're
old
not
one.
worth as much.
Yeah.
if we're talking about those kinds of toys, like the My Little Chemistry set, not to
Yeah.
be confused with like My
Yeah.
Little fucking Bake set.
Yeah.
There was like I remember there's like a blowing glass toy set where you could like fucking blow glass and make it. So not only did you have to heat glass to like molten
That
levels,
can't be real.
It's real. It's a real toy.
Yeah.
It's a blowing
I remember
glass
that.
kid set.
That is
Wait,
ridiculous.
I have a shitty toy. It's a question of if you want to call it a toy, but it was at one of those ant farms.
Those are fucking boring,
Dude, you buy the ant farm, right? And then you have to mail away for the fucking ants, and they send you a little tube of red fire.
No.
They sent me fire ants. They did.
Those are the
Now,
ones that fucking like kill you.
imagine
No,
they
burn
bite,
you.
like,
They sting you
bite-
really
yeah.
badly.
Imagine as a little kid, you have this tube of fire ants. You're like, how am I going to get these ants into the farm? And you carefully open it up.
They fucking just crawl.
And they just start crawling out all over your fucking arm. It's like, All like 100 of them.
That is not real.
I swear to God.
This
Yeah,
is
is that
real.
back when you had to like use magazines and cut them out and be
No,
like?
we bought the ant farm at the store, but you have to mail away for the ants.
Yeah.
Like the ants aren't in the box.
Do you know those like creepy crawly like fucking like sets
I
where
got
you put
bit.
creepy
I got
crawly
bit all
things and
over
they
by
make
these
like
fucking
jelly
ants.
bugs?
Yeah.
Those were also like molten heat when you fucking stick them in because they're like it's just like they think kids want to stick like, they're not going to stick their fucking hands in the little slot where it's hot. Where
At
they
least you don't live
burn
in
their
fucking-
fucking flesh off.
At least you don't live in fucking like one of those African countries where to be a man they put bullet ants all over your dick.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a very fun toy, Niall.
This was the most disappointing toy, which I wish I actually never bought, but I wanted one. But I was sea monkeys.
That's
Yeah.
sea monkeys.
On
It's
the box, they're like little people. They're like little fun little people.
fucking South Park made
Brian shrimp, right?
Yeah, they're
There's brine shrimp, exactly.
yeah, they're just the most disappointing thing ever.
They're just like translucent.
They don't even
fucking-
hold pitchforks or talk. Or,
no, they don't have little cartoon faces on them or anything.
When you're a kid, you don't realize that like people can deceive you. You think that it's exactly what it is. That's why they have to start saying stuff like if a dragon's flying around your room, it's like dragon is not actually real.
Yeah.
So when kids don't fucking buy the toy, they're
all
like,
they have to say to lie to you is terms and conditions apply. That's all it
Yeah.
ever is. They
But
can
back
lie to
then-
your face.
All I wanted when I was a kid was a Pokeball that expanded when I clicked the button in the middle. That's like all I wanted.
There was like this disc that was like aluminum foil that had like helium that you put inside of it. Do you remember that? It was like a thing. They promoted the fuck out of it. Like it's the new coolest toy. It's a frisbee that's made of aluminum foil, and you fill it up and it flies around the room.
No, I don't know it.
Well, it always came with a fucking hole in it because we got 3 of them, and I guess they didn't realize that maybe you shouldn't make your fucking thing out of like party balloons.
Yeah, are boomerangs a
Or, like,
scam?
aluminum foil like party
No, they
balloons.
work, but they're really hard. They're
I never
harder.
knew if boomerangs
They're-
were a scam.
Do you guys remember pin artists?
Some of
Those
them
things with the pins, you put it on your face, and then your face is like
Yeah.
shaped into the pins.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was like,
Pins.
yeah, it's like
I mean, I don't think you're
Are
supposed
these
to
like
put your-
retractable pins?
It's like putty.
I don't think you're
No.
supposed to put your face on it.
you are. That's what
Your
they show in the
hand
Put your
box.
hand or-
Yeah, look. So there's like a million pins sticking out of this thing. You push your hand into it.
Oh, I
and it-
love those fucking
Yeah,
things.
I was like 10 and I put my dick in it.
Me too.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
pinched my skin
Of course it did.
because I stuck it because I rubbed
pinched
it.
it. It pinched my skin too, but I forgot about
That's
that.
it.
Millions
It's
of
like-
pins on your dick.
It's not pins.
Don't
It's
one
like
of them go in your pee hole at
Little-
least?
No, my pee hole doesn't face into it.
Oh.
My boner was rest against my belly.
Those things are sweet. I remember just always putting my fucking face on it and just like. But I remember I had my open mouth in it and shit. Like
That's what
After you
everyone
put your
does.
dick-
yeah, everyone did it.
Pin artists are really cool.
How did you not kill yourself?
They
Cory, as a
probably
kid?
carried
I
like
just don't
fucking
know.
influenza and all these different diseases. I'm just grabbing my friend's thing and I'm like, oh, look,